back in, I think, the 50s and 60s, Ray did a trilogy on a character named Apu. And it was called the Apu Trilogy. He gained quite a lot of fame, and Peter Sellers came to work with him, and they had some kind of bitter professional falling out, and as a result, Sellers ended up mocking the Apu character as a monkey and making fun of his accent.
Num num, num num, birdie num num.
Now, what's interesting is that Matt, I don't know how to pronounce his name, Matt Groening or Groening, the Simpsons creator, based his Apu character on Satyajit Ray's Apu as homage, not as mockery. But he took the accent from Sellers. So Hank Azaria is now voicing Apu based on Sellers, who's basing it on British people like Rudyard Kipling, who are doing or attempting to approximate that Indian accent. I want to read a couple of lines from Rudyard Kipling's Ganga Din.
Sure.
It's a poem about a water carrier. And Rudyard Kipling, as you know, is famous for, he's a famous British author, and he wrote a lot about the British colonialism. He has a character of a water carrier who saved his life. And it's the same mix of sympathy and racism that you find in the modern-day character of Apu. I'll just read like 6 lines. A bullet come and drilled the beggar clean. He put me safe inside, and just before he died, I hope you like your drink, said Ganga Din. Though I've belted you and flayed you, you're a better man than I am, Ganga Din. So this is this character of a water carrier who saves his life, who he's beaten up on regular occasion. But he's okay because he saved his life. He's not all bad.
Right.
Hey, Kearney, this fake ID, it is truly excellent. Say, if you tell me where you obtained it, I will overlook the ice cream sandwiches concealed in your armpits, eh? Deal.
Now, when you find people saying that Apu is not racist because he has positive characteristics, I sort of feel like they're quoting Ganga Din. In the sense that he's a guy who you laugh at, who you mock, who you can beat up, you can rob, but he'll still be polite and say, thank you, come again.
I've been careful not to use the word rights too much. We certainly have rights to insult. But it's an issue of social responsibility. Let's revisit Chris Rock. I find this routine funny because it speaks to a truth that transcends race. There are lowlifes among every group of people. I'm a man and an American, and I've seen this dichotomy that Chris Rock is talking about amongst those groups. But the fact remains that I do not share the experience of people for whom the N-word is a symbol of centuries' worth of oppression. In laughing at Chris Rock's routine, am I coming too close to laughing at blacks?
Cause niggas are shooting at the screen. What kind of ignorant shit is that? Hey, this is a good movie. This so good I gotta bust a cap in here.
Let's look at a simpler case.
Should I come to your restaurant so that I can see you naked?
Yeah, you could come and you
naked.
Or pick out. You can come here and see the menu.
Or maybe I can pick it up.
Yes.
That way, I can see your hot Asian, spicy ass.
You can order, take out order. You can
Spicy ass.
Oh, yes. So you can come and pick up, or you can...
Are you sure? Chinese man.
This is a different part of that segment.
About your tiny egg roll.
We only got one kind of egg roll. It's got shrimp, got meat, and vegetables.
Your tiny egg roll in your pants.
I find this JV and Elvis clip highly offensive. Humor should be used to relieve pain, not cause it. The JV and Elvis humor is without irony. It's pure mockery. It's clear-cut racism. Most American humor employs some sort of irony. Family Guy is a successful animated sitcom that uses loads of irony. In this series of clips from the show, what's the target of the humor, and to what extent is irony used?
Right, Brian. I can't hide from this relationship. It's my responsibility to deal with it. I mean, what kind of a man would I be if I ran off now?
Well, you'd be a black man.
Wow! Wow! Whoa! What was that?
I'm sorry. That was my father talking.
You, gotta work on that, man. Bad dog.
Oh, check out this uptight Asian guy. Look at that. I work really hard because I'm no fun.
Bwong.
know. I mean, I think I want to have kids someday.
Oh, I love kids. I just love them. I can't get enough of those little buggers. Let me tell you, it's like I tell the other volunteers down at the adoption center. My God, if I could just take all the orphans in the world and just, buy a farm somewhere and let them all run free. Just let them do little macaroni art pictures of their dead parents. So, what's it like to work at a high school?
Oh, Brian, I just love it. Working at James Woods High is great.
I've always wondered why they named it after James Woods, I mean, there's got to be somebody more deserving. Like, just, off the top of my head, I don't know, Sidney Poitier, Reggie Jackson, Martin Luther King. Those are just 3 names that come to mind.
Brian, that's a great idea. We should get them to rename the school after Dr. King.
You like Dr. King? Because I love Dr. King. I love MLK. Man, he's my guy. I love all black people. That's, if I could take all the black people in the world and just buy a farm somewhere and let them all, whoa, you know what? That didn't really come out right.
Brian, relax. I'm having a great time. You don't have to try so hard.
Great. Because, I'm not okay with slavery, just so we're clear. I mean, if I was offered a slave, I'd say no.
Because there are 2 kinds of people in this world, Chris. There are bullies and there are nerds. And there are hot Asian chicks. They'll do what you want. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, you better believe it, buddy. They will do what you want. Because they know. They know what you want. Oh, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. I won't hurt you. I won't hurt you. Me, big America.
More so than with The Simpsons, what I see happening with Family Guy is what I call the All in the Family effect. All in the Family was a sitcom in the 70s. Its most famous character was Archie Bunker, a bigot whose views we were meant to laugh at. However, many viewers of the show ended up laughing with him.
I still think George will come. After all, he's your own brother.
I don't think he's gonna come, Edith. He just ain't got none of that, what do you call, family unconscious,
Hey, wait a minute. What do you mean by that, Bunker?
Well, I didn't mean nothing wrong. I just meant what your own Black Panther leader, what do you call, Elder Cleavage said. I mean, he was the guy that said that your black families, like, they all shot to hell. Of course, you're all on the streets when you're 10 years old. That's what he said. I mean, how you gonna raise a family on the streets with no beds or toilets? Why are you looking at me that way? Did I say something wrong?
Bunker, you know more about black people than anybody I ever met. Are you sure that somewhere inside you don't have one teensy drop of black blood?
Oh, I ain't got none of that.
No. Then how come you got kinky eyebrows?
And that's really the problem with a lot of racial humor or racial satire is that, the even if the creators of the work have certain intentions, where they are, they perhaps in their minds are targeting their humor at these sort of hipster audiences who get the irony. At the end of the day, there's a wider audience watching this stuff, and if they're not clued in on the joke, then they are laughing purely at the surface level stuff, which is, this crude racist stereotype.
In the next few clips, I'd like to give you my analysis of its irony. Is it there? And if so, is it successful?
It's all right now. Our lines are open now. I'm calling you now, the woman on the talk show.
We can rule out Angelina Jolie.
Open now. Calling now. We just bought your home.
No irony. Pure mockery.